Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew Santowski. I'm giving you my 2022 betting recap so far. Um, it's February 12th today. It's UFC 71 today. I'm not anticipating any bets today, but I'm giving you my betting recap so far. I've bet 3 fights so far in the year 2022. I run a super low volume model, betting model, and right now we're 2-1. Last week I was on Jack Hermanson plus 194. That was my only loss of the year so far. And, you know, it was a split decision loss for Hermanson, but Strickland deserved the unanimous nod there. Hermanson couldn't get the takedowns, man. He got dropped at the end of round two. I know Strickland didn't put on the best performance, but like I said, you can see I was on Hermanson. It's my Tapology predictions. And, I'm going to flip away real quick. But yeah, I mean, I was on Hermanson here, and we took the loss, man. We took the loss on Hermanson. But when you see a plus 194 on the number 6 ranked middleweight at the time in Hermanson, you got to take the shot, man. Jack Hermanson, the guy's been a breadwinner since he came into the UFC, man. I mean, I'll never forget his UFC debut against Scott Askell, man. Labor Day weekend 2016, man. I was just so excited just for that whole card period, man. I was really excited because we saw a lot of guys make their debut on that card. And yeah, he looked really good, man. I feel like his stand-up almost looked better in those days. And he was a really active fighter, man. He took on Cesar Ferreira, man, when that guy was still in the UFC. And I think Hermanson had a great round one, kind of gassed. Caesar got that arm triangle. Man, he had that dominant win over Alex Nicholson in Sweden in May of 2017. He fought Thiago Santos. He's fought a who's who, man. This guy, the UFC has really given Jack Hermanson so many opportunities to just take his game to the next level. To be a star in the middleweight division, man. He got that headlining spot against Jared Cannonier. Let the ball down, man. Jared Cannonier looked like an absolute beast. Jack did not look right coming into that fight, man. And just on his walkouts, something didn't look right, man. And Kelvin Gastelum, he was lucky to get that heel hook, man. I think Kelvin Gastelum would have gave that dude fit on the feet, man. But he got the heel hook, got a nice win. Lost to Vittori in another main event spot. And, it was a high-volume fight, man. Marvin really hurt Jack in that fight. But you know what? Jack stuck it up. Went all 5 rounds. I can say that. And then we'll never forget Jack's first headlining spot against Jacare, man. That's what really elevated his status right there. I mean, that was the height of his status right there in April of 2019. And, then he headlined against Jared Cannonier, lost. Headlining against Vittori, lost. Nice rebound win over Shabazian, and then another headlining spot last week to Strickland. But you see a plus 194 on Jack. You see a plus 194. Like I said, it's value, man. Jack Hermanson is a high value fighter, man. When you get that guy, you get that dude as an underdog, man. You take it, man. I mean, that's my opinion. You're not going to see a plus 194 next to that guy too much. Like I said, this is last week, 5 dimes, bet online, closing odds. I got him for plus 194, guys. I showed you that. But, yeah, so that was my only loss of the year so far in Hermanson. I'm gonna turn away for a second. I'm going to pull up my other 2 bets. Okay, one of the other fights I was on Davison Figueroa last month. UFC 270, man. Davison, he came through. I watched that fight live. What a fight, guys. What a fight. Davison, I mean, it was a contentious decision, man. Honestly, I would like Moreno if they did a 4-fight. If I can get Moreno at dog odds on a 4-fight, I will take Moreno all day. I do think Moreno is the better fighter, man. I think Moreno was really hyped up to be in front of his crowd, in front of, a lot of Mexican fans or Mexican-American fans in California where this event took place. It went down from Anaheim. So, I mean, California, You know, California had a huge betting interest in Moreno, man, and Moreno was really amped up for that fight. He was showing a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity, and you know, it was a really close fight, man. And Davison Figueiredo, I think his training with Henry Cejudo and Fight Ready really paid off in that fight. I don't really think too high of the guy, man. I think he can be beat for sure. So I do look forward to kind of fading Davison going forward, especially if he's a favorite at any price. And like I said, it was a really close fight. Francis Ngannou against Cyril Gane. Another fight, man. I was on Cyril Gane in this fight, man. I was on Francis Ngannou in this fight, man. We took a nice win over here with Francis. Francis cashed. Yes, I was really worried. I watched that fight live. He came out with double knee braces. We didn't know what the guy was getting. Or we didn't know what we were getting in this guy, man. You know, the broadcasters, everybody was on Cyril Gane, man. Because the UFC definitely wanted Francis to lose with that whole contract dispute, and that still needs to be settled. Francis still has to have knee surgery now, so he's not going to fight even if he gets his UFC contract under new terms. He's not going to fight till Q4 of 2022, man. So we're not going to see Francis for a long time. But you know, he's got to have that surgery, man. He's a great fighter. Cyril took the first 2 rounds. And then Francis used his wrestling, which was just crazy to see. He used his wrestling to control the last 3 rounds, man. And what a performance. I'm so happy for this dude. I don't think we're going to see plus 127 odds on this guy anymore, man. And it feels good to get in on that. And Cyril Gane, he's not going anywhere. This guy's a top 5 light heavyweight contender, top 2. He's going to be very hard to beat, man. He's just got to shore up a few things, and I can definitely see the strap being wrapped around his waist. I do want to see Francis against John Jones. I do want to see John Jones make his heavyweight debut. I want to see John Jones against Stipe. I want to see John Jones take on all these guys, man. So I look forward, you know, to the hypothetical odds of John Jones plus 180 against Francis. You know, that's a ways off. I think we're going to see John Jones against Stipe for an interim or something, man. Maybe they don't make it interim because they're trying to get on Francis' good side, but I don't know, man. I mean, Francis could walk. Francis really wants to box and get paid. Don't blame the guy one bit. You know, I hate to see the heavyweight champion walk, but you got to do what's best. He's got to do what's best for him. So, yeah, this is my betting recap, guys. I keep track of everything, very detailed. 22, my UFC 2022 Model MEUTFA 2-1 plus 2.04 units so far. Figueiredo and Ngannou, those are my 2 wins, and we lost on Hermanson last week, guys. You know, and like I said, I don't regret. Yeah, the fight played out like a lot of people predicted. You know, Strickland just kept his standing and pieced up Hermanson, but you know, Hermanson, I said he's capable of much more than what he showed. He can get takedowns. He can use, but Strickland will get exposed, man, and it's what it is, guys. We took the loss. I still like the value I got on Hermanson. He was being severely discounted in that fight. And it's just what it is, man. And like I said, we cashed on Figueiredo and Ngannou. So I don't expect any plays for, I don't know. May not have any plays for a couple weeks now. Just see, man. But I don't have nothing for UFC 271. So just giving you my betting recap so far in 2022, guys.